Yo, what is good? I'm Michael J. Welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to be covering a topic that seems to be very hot right now, which is all about cryptocurrency and should you even care. So it seems a lot of people that I talk to about this subject either really don't care, or they just know a little bit about, or they know a lot about. And this video is probably more aimed at the people that don't really know much about it or don't really care, because I really think you should. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the reasons why. So the small minority who do know a little bit about cryptocurrency always think of Bitcoin, and that you can invest in it, you can buy it, you can sell it, and you can actually purchase things with it. And all that's kind of true. And Bitcoin is obviously a big part, and it was the catalyst of cryptocurrency. That's only a very small percentage of what cryptocurrency can do, and Bitcoin is obviously only one cryptocurrency out there. And there are many other benefits that are going to come from cryptocurrency, and many use cases of cryptocurrency. And in this video, I'm going to break those down for you. So, obviously, there is Bitcoin, okay, and that was the catalyst for all of this. But there are many other cryptocurrencies out there, and the main purpose of cryptocurrency is not to be able to buy and sell things. A lot of people seem to think it's digital money, and although that's kind of true, the real kind of uses for it is much bigger than that, and it's going to change the world. So in a nutshell, what is cryptocurrency? And I'm going to keep it for the everyday people to understand, like me and you. So I'm going to try and kind of keep the terminology to a minimal, but to explain it a little bit, I need to give you a little bit of terminology. So cryptocurrencies are basically digital technologies. Okay, so these digital technologies are built on what we call the blockchain. And all you need to know about that is that it's databases on computers. And the benefits of the blockchain compared to all the digital technologies out there right now is that it's solid as a rock and very secure, because it's a permanent record that can not be broken, or there's a small percentage chance that that can happen. Also, it's open for everyone else to see, so it's very transparent, and it's not controlled just by one entity or one big company or that's controlling this database. It's controlled by many people, millions of computers and databases out there, which means that it's not controlled just by that one company, and we all get a kind of say, and we all kind of get a chance to look into these things and own a piece of it and see what's actually happening out there on these blockchains. So what will cryptocurrencies do? What will these digital technologies do for us? Because they're not things for just rich people to invest in and make money on. They're actual technologies, digital technologies, that are going to change the way we interact and do things in the digital world. And obviously we all know the digital world is just taking over, and this is literally the biggest thing since the internet came on board all those years ago. And it's really exciting because it's super early. Now, we're not as early as the people that got in obviously 2013 up to kind of 2017-ish. I got in kind of mid last year, 2021, and that is still super early. And the reason why we know that is because there's still people saying that sounds really dodgy. What are you on about? Like, cryptocurrency, man, don't care, don't know, sounds too dodgy, too risky for me even to be thinking about it. And it's such a shame, because it is super early, and hopefully from you watching this video, you're going to get a little bit of a taste of what it is. And I'm going to drop some more videos over the next 6 to 12 months relating to crypto, as well as everything else in the entrepreneurial world. And hopefully you'll just start dipping your toes in a little bit and just getting a flavour of what cryptocurrencies can do. And who knows, you might be able to get involved and start investing and earning some money along the way. So how is cryptocurrency or these digital technologies going to change things for us? Many reasons why, and I'm going to break down a few. There are so many really amazing use cases that are going to be improving the lives of people around the world. I'm just going to touch up on a few of them just to give you a little flavor of that. So one way is the way people can make payments online. Now there's certain countries, like in South America for example, where people that live there have to work away in different countries to earn enough money to be able to send money back home, and they get charged ridiculous amounts of money just to even send money back home. People can get paid in digital currencies, and they'll be able to save that in a place where they won't have to necessarily send it anywhere, but if they do need to send it anywhere, these digital technologies are going to allow them to send it for literally for pence, and to be able to access that money and not to have a government to control that money to just take it off them. That won't be possible when they've got their own what we call wallets, where you can store these cryptocurrencies. And it's going to change their lives, because let's say for instance they earn $600-700 a month. Sometimes it can cost them $100 or $200 to send that money kind of back home. These digital technologies will change all of that. They'll just be able to get it straight paid into a wallet, which will cost pence to do, and they can either keep it there or they can send it somewhere, and again it's going to cost them pence to be able to do that. So absolutely amazing use case there. Other use cases are things like the way we store things, like really important documents like deeds to a house. Like currently we've got them in paper form and they're kept at a solicitor's, and we have to, it's just a nightmare. I don't know whether you've kind of bought and sold a house before, but to get hold of those deeds and transfer them to somewhere else, it's just an absolute nightmare, and it can be quite problematic. But with these digital technologies, it's going to change all that, and that's going to work potentially in the way of NFTs, which you've probably heard of, non-fungible tokens. Once that's kind of validated that is yours digitally, so you've got that deed digitally, the chances of that going missing or someone stealing it or just becoming problematic are a lot less. Other things like gaming, so gamers now can kind of play on these blockchains, and they can actually play to earn money. So they can earn that money, and then they can buy things in those games, and then they can actually sell those to earn money, and then they can invest in these games and get a return. It's going to change the entire world, the way gaming is going to work, and it's going to build an industry, a little ecosystem where people can spend, earn, build some wealth basically. Another example is decentralized finance, which basically means that there's certain companies out there that are not linked to these big organizations out there that control everything, like Lloyd's and PayPal and Barclays and everything. So these decentralized finance companies are not backed up by banks or by these financial institutions, which sounds very risky. But when there's millions and millions of pounds in these projects, and you've got to obviously do your research and make sure the team's solid and everything, and make sure these projects have been going for a while. There's millions and millions of pounds locked into these decentralized finance companies, and what these do is basically you can invest in these companies, you can lock your money into these companies, so they can use that to lend out to other people, so they earn a particular percentage, and then you make your money on that. And you can borrow money, and by borrowing money you can actually earn as well just from borrowing. It's super crazy, but it's a really cool little ecosystem of people investing, borrowing, spending and lending, and it's just an amazing way that's just going to give more power to the people that want to earn money and invest, rather than these big companies that earn all the money and just charge a fortune for their services. There's also the NFT world, which at the minute just sounds to people like you're just buying like a JPEG or a picture and you're just keeping it, and these are sometimes costing millions of pounds, but it's not just that, or it's not going to be just that. As I mentioned before, with the deeds, NFTs could go into that kind of realm, and potentially going down the line, these big sporting events might turn memberships into NFTs. So if you've got that membership, and let's say if you pay like £1,000 for a membership to one of your favourite football clubs, and you hold that, and that could potentially grow in value the longer you keep it, and these clubs might only offer a certain amount. So because there's only a finite amount, they'll become more and more value over time. The more and more games you go to, it might be linked to your NFT so people can see that. And you know, if it costs you £1,000 1 year and 5 years down the line you might want to sell it, you might be able to get, you know, 5, 10, 20, 30 grand for that. The people who give you those NFTs do take a little cut of whatever you sell, but then obviously you're paying back into that club that you really love. Also businesses, I know that businesses, certain companies that I work with now are starting to create NFTs to be able to own a piece of that company. So man, it's just changing the entire world, and super exciting time to be involved. Right now, I think you are absolutely insane if you don't get involved in this. And I know you don't know a lot right now, but just do a little digging around. 6 months ago, I knew nothing about NFTs, about Bitcoin, Ethereum, just about cryptocurrency in general, but now I know a lot about it because I've been seriously knees deep in it, and you know, I wouldn't change it now, and I'm so glad I got involved, and I've been investing for the past 6 months, and I genuinely believe that it's going to change the world. So I'm glad I'm investing in that sense, but I know it's going to bring me a big return as well. So you have still got time to get involved. Don't hesitate in just looking into it a little bit more, doing a little bit of research, you know, kind of getting in touch with a coach like me to kind of talk you through it and coach you into the industry. And you know, I genuinely believe that it's going to make millionaires if you get in now within the next few years, and super exciting to be involved at this time. It feels like a new kind of revolution's coming, and it sounds cheesy, but you know, this is the new internet. When the internet first came on board, there was a lot of naysayers and a lot of people just like, what the hell is this thing coming on? And it was the same with social media. A lot of people thought that it was just going to be for kids. Now look at it, your mum, your dad, your grandma's on it, you know. So I genuinely believe that this is going to change the world, and I genuinely believe that everyone should be looking into it, even though you think it's dodgy, even though you don't really give a shit. And who knows where it's going to take you. Just take a little bit of a look into it. I really do hope this video is giving you a little bit of an insight and a little bit of a intrigue of you know, what is to come with crypto and what the potentials are with it. And who knows, in a few months you might be knees deep in it yourself, and who knows, in a year's time you could be a crypto millionaire. Who knows? So until next time, guys,